Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to see you all tonight. It's been an interesting day. Started out fairly good. We had a nice morning, beautiful sunshine, great temperatures. Started cleaning my house, and Kevin came over because I have a little problem. Let me show you my little problem. That is the drain pipe under my sink in my bathroom, and it's cracked almost at the level of the floor. So Kevin and I have been desperately trying to look for parts today. And while we were gone, we had visitors from the Forest Service Department who came to tell us that we needed to move. Evidently, we're in a 3-day stay, not the 16-day stay area of this beautiful scenery that we have here. And so we had to go and scramble and try to find a new place today so that we could move by tomorrow. They did give us until tomorrow, so she was very nice about that. Um, but anyway, it's been a little bit of a stressful day. So it's a very good night to talk about the topic, and that is taking time to enjoy the moment. And that says it all about today. You just have to really take the time. And for us in our campsite, the greatest thing is hundreds and hundreds of butterflies come and visit us all day long as the sun is out. We're treated by this butterfly garden when there's no garden around. So it's been very nice. So let me just stop and welcome everyone. Thank you all for coming in tonight. Burning Up the Roads has been in here on the list since about 11:30 today. So I haven't actually seen her sign in yet this evening. But she came in and got in the wait line. And of course, Kevin and Dawn are here with me. We also have Cindy with us, and she is a newer member of the tribe. She is subscribers to my channel and to the Nomadic Ramblers, and she's new to boondocking. This is like her fourth day, I guess, fourth or fifth day now of full time travel. And we're so glad to have her. She's been an excellent addition to our little tribe. She's a very sweet, wonderful person. She has a holiday rambler. She said it's a couple of years newer than the Nomadic Ramblers trailer. And it still has original furnishings inside. So we haven't actually seen or had a tour yet, but I'm anxious for that. So welcome, Cindy, to the tribe, and hopefully soon you'll get to see her face. So let's see who else is here. Donnie's here from Fort Lauderdale. Welcome back, Donnie. Always good to have you here. And Code 4 for Life. Hey, Don, how are you? Hoping everything is good for you all. He has to feed the masses, so Scotty is not with us this evening, working in the restaurant. But please tell Scotty we said hello. We do really miss you guys. And he says, oh, it's 106 degrees there. That's horrible. I'm not sure what the temperature got here today. Our weather Dawn will be able to tell us. So, Dawn, if you could put in the temperature, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, Kevin, I think I just saw it. 83. 83. Okay. So there we go. And it's been a beautiful day. We've got a light breeze, about 5 miles an hour, and it's wonderful. And here's Karen, 2 babies and 4 grands. Nice to have you here tonight. And Millicent, nice to have you as well. Donna St. Daryl, let Kim know I said hello and we miss you guys. We absolutely do. Hannah Paulette, hi, nice to see you. I don't believe I've seen you on my channel, so I want to give you a very warm welcome and thank you for stopping by. And tell us where you are. Are you a full-time traveler or are you at home? We miss you all too. There, and there's our photo bomber. We love our Dawn, and she was gracious enough this evening with all of the mass chaos that was going on to fix dinner for us this evening, and then they even made me a cup of coffee. So how about that? I barely had enough time to finish eating something, rest for about 5 minutes, and come and set up and be ready to do this live stream. There's Kathy. Hey, Kathy. Nice to see you on the live stream. Glad you could catch it tonight. It's wonderful having you here. So I just wanted to talk a little bit this evening. Dawn and I was talking the other day about how, every day you just need to find a little bit of time to just kind of slow down your roll a little bit, look around you, and just kind of be thankful for the moment and the things that you're seeing. And as Dawn pointed out, especially on travel days, as you're traveling by all these beautiful areas, just take take the time in your mind's eye just to kind of capture a little picture if you can, and appreciate the things around you. For us, like I said, we've been treated by these butterflies, but we're also surrounded by tons of beautiful trees. We're in a valley, and there's mountains on three sides of us. There's even some snow directly ahead of us, and I'm going to see if I can turn around and show you. So be patient. It might jiggle a little bit for a little bit, but I'm going to try to get up and walk with the camera and show you where we currently are. We're in Ketchum, Idaho, a little north of Ketchum, Idaho, and we're just off on a road that goes back into the Sawtooth National Forest. So let me see if I can do this without making you too dizzy. And there's my daughter. Hi, Candace. Glad you could join me tonight. That's so special. All right, so this rig right here is Cindy's. That's her Holiday Rambler. And then right there is Kevin and Dawn. And then here is my Dorothy. And I don't know if you can really see the mountains around us. And let's see if we can go down the road a little bit. I got pretty good internet tonight. So right back there, I don't know if you can see it on this picture, but there's snow still in that one little valley up there on the mountain. But it's just really a beautiful view. And then up the other side of the road, there's more mountain, and I can't hardly see now. But it's just really gorgeous. There's stands of pine trees. There's stands of aspen trees. Let's see if I can find the aspens. Right there. Right there are the aspens. So it's really gorgeous. We have enjoyed the beauty here. And I think it's just essential. Let's see if I can show you. This is a towel that we had to use to soak up some water off my bathroom floor that I'm going to show you. But let's see if I can. There's tons of butterflies on it. Can you see them? And they're after the water. I had one on my hand yesterday for about 5 minutes. Just sat there. And I had been walking around. I got at my phone. I was holding the butterfly on this hand and the phone in this hand, and I was taking pictures and doing video, and that butterfly just sat there. So it was very amazing to me, and just one of those moments that makes you really appreciate nature and life and everything that's around you. So let's see if you guys have similar moments that you can share with everybody. And let's see who else might have come in. There's Shanna. Hi, Shanna. Nice to see you. Code 4, Kim and Daryl, saying hello to Kim and Daryl. And just everybody saying hello. And Code 4 says, beautiful area. It really, truly is. We hate to leave, but the nice thing about Idaho is up the road, and we've already gone and explored a little bit about where we're going to be going tomorrow. And it's just as beautiful there as it is here. This part of Idaho is just phenomenal. And if you ever get a chance, you need to come this way. We're slowly heading towards Stanley, hoping that with the speed that we're traveling, the Childers will be able to catch up with us in Stanley. Oh, there's Roy and Becky. Hi, guys. Nice to have you here on the chat tonight. Um, y'all had a really good chat today. I appreciated that. And it's just nice to see you. So thanks for joining in. Um, and then there is Lucretia from Burning Up the Roads. Hey, how are you, Lucretia? It's nice to have you on the live. Um, have have you got any of those moments that you'd like to share and talk about? Because otherwise, we can just talk about all of the things that we've been doing while we were here. And like number one for me is the fixing of the pipe today. Kevin had quite a little bit of difficulty because, you know, my trailer is very small. And so, of course, he was looking in the bathroom first, underneath my bathroom sink, to see if maybe the plumbing had come apart there. Well, he really couldn't see and access it. So we actually had to take one of my dinette benches completely out of the trailer so that he could get to it. He did a lot of work today. Kevin, thank you so much for everything that you do for me. It does not go unappreciated, let me tell you that. So he, you know, is crawling around on the floor, taking out screws, moving furniture out of the trailer until he can see and actually find the problem. And then, you know, we had to load up and go into town and try to find parts. And there's not a real plumbing supply place here. There's a couple of small little hardware stores. We were able to get a few of the parts that he needed and some glue to use on the pipe, but we need an elbow. So, and we're not sure if we're going to be able to find one up towards Stanley either. So right now he has everything capped off to try to keep the smell and everything from my freshwater tank coming into the trailer. So are the Nomadic Ramblers on here? Have you seen them? Not yet? Okay. So, Daryl, if you have an RV supply or a plumbing supply place nearby that you think you might be able to go to, we need an ABS 90-degree elbow with both a male and a female end so that he can do the repair. And that's the part that we're missing. Is that the only part? Yeah. So we have everything else other than that. Oh, are the Ramblers in here? Hey, nice to see you. So I don't know if you heard that or not, but Bobby and Sharon, if in your travels you run across an RV parts store or a plumbing or a good hardware store, I need an ABS 1.5 inch elbow with a male and female end, a 90-degree elbow with a male and female end. We haven't been able to find one yet. I have a leak under my bathroom sink, and Kevin tore my whole trailer apart and he's put it back together this afternoon. But I still got a lot of stuff to put back away. And then we have to move tomorrow. So, you know, enjoy this moment. I'm enjoying this time with my friends. Enjoyed the dinner that Dawn prepared and the coffee that they graciously brought over for me because y'all know how I am in a live feed without my coffee. So anyway, so Bobby and Sharon, it's nice to have you on here. And let's see, tomorrow you guys will be already set up. So I guess you're maybe you travel today. I'm not sure, but safe travels to you guys, and I hope you have fun in your next location. What happened? Well, the pipe just broke. Thank you, Daryl. I appreciate you looking for me. That's great. Oh, that's good. I've got more subs. Thanks. Need 3 more for even numbers. Amen. Yes, Daryl, if you can find me that elbow, that would be wonderful. So I guess just, travel. And it cracked. And I'll show you. I'll show you the piece. I'll put the picture back up. That's what it looks like. So, yep. And that piece was down almost at the floor level. So, anyway, it just needs to be repaired. And Kevin has been good about it. He knows exactly what he's doing and got in there, and he's working on it. We just need the parts to fix it. So that's what we're looking for. 2 inch? No, I want a 1.5 inch, Daryl. It's 1.5 inch, 90 degree, with a male and female end is what we need. Millicent is saying, once while camping at Moab, I took a shower outside. It felt so good looking at the cows walking by and the beautiful river and mountains, and it made me feel like I was on top of a beautiful world. That's a wonderful moment, Millicent. That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. We all will run across those moments that just kind of make you stand still for a moment and just, give you some happiness and some peace. And that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Oh, Kevin. Good. Thank you for clarifying. With a male and female in. Okay, so you're at Mark Twain and then we're heading west because it's 100 degrees. Yep, that's what it's like there. It's very humid. The Mississippi River's not that far from you, and you got a huge lake where you're at. So it's very humid there in the summertime. Absolutely. But it's a beautiful area, and I hope that you enjoyed being there because there's lots to see and do right there in the Midwest. Um, that's why we moved, Mama. Absolutely. The temperatures were getting way too warm where we were, and that's why we moved further north. Um, so Don is saying, when we left Celebration Park, as much as we wanted to get going down the road, we were held up by real cattle drive on the road, and it was actually awesome to see. It was fun, wasn't it? You just don't see things like that every day, with the horsemen out there herding the cattle. And they came clear from behind us down the road where the dam was. They came all the way across the dam, all the way down the road, and all the way in front of the road that led out from the campsite. And then they were probably, about 3 or 4 miles all the way down the road as we drove out. You could see them for quite a ways. It was pretty amazing. It was fun to watch. So, hey, Rambling Vagabond, nice to see you. Finally decided to work, and I am finally able to chat. Well, that's wonderful. So glad that you could drop by this evening. We're just talking about moments that have made you take a breath and just really enjoy the moment of where you're at and what you're doing. And if you have anything that you'd like to share, we would appreciate you joining in the discussion. Cattle drives are very cool. They are. And there was a lot. I, I don't know. What would you say? 200 head or more? At least. At least 200 head. It's great to get to travel with you guys. Uh, it is. It's wonderful. This is Cindy, by the way, Rambling Vagabond. So everyone, make sure that you welcome Cindy, and um, we just want you to know now that she's part of our tribe and that we love having her around. So um, she's waiting very patiently to meet Bobby and Sharon as well, and hoping that we'll all finally catch up. Yes, absolutely. Oh wow, she's wonderful, and she has the Holiday Rambler, Bobby and Sharon. So you guys will have great stories together, I'm sure. And there's Hannah saying hello to Mr. and Mrs. C. The Reef Robber. Hey, haven't seen you on here before. Thank you for stopping by and joining in the discussion tonight. Hope that you find some value in what we're saying and come back again and see us again. Thank you, everybody, for welcoming Cindy to the group. So she's just really been a very pleasant surprise, and we're enjoying her company. So anyway, um, so we think that we're heading up to Baker Creek Road tomorrow. Is the spot that we're looking for some camping, and if we can't find any there, then we may end up heading a little further north. So just say a little prayer for us that we'll find a good spot tomorrow and that we don't have to travel too far or too long to find something nice. And Donnie is saying, I remember in Murphy, North Carolina, they had a wagon train drive. Oh, I'm sure that that was really incredible to watch. I'd love to see something like that. Um, it's always one of the things that I think about, especially traveling out here in the West. And when you think about people who, were pioneers and came out here in wagon trains, it just makes you really kind of stop and appreciate some of the trials and tribulations that they had to go through. And when you look at the landscape, off to the side of the road, and you wonder, how did they make it through there? How did they survive, traveling from east to west? It's just, it really makes you think. And it makes me be grateful that we have the transportation that we have and the paved roads that we do to travel on. So things could always be worse, and we need to just remember to be grateful for what we have and really enjoy the moment. So, and Daryl is saying, hey, Sharon and Bobby, and outside Trip. Hey, how's Trip doing? Give us an update on Trip and what he's found interesting so far. And did you guys do anything there around Monroe City? Were you able to take time to see any of the sites that I had mentioned? Uh, so cool. Can't wait to meet you, Cindy. Absolutely. You'll love her. She's great. Um, and she's learning. She's not boondocked before, but she's fairly well set up already. And Kevin put a electric jack on her trailer yesterday. So Kevin has been a very active maintenance man around this camp. And we really appreciate his willingness to do whatever it is that needs to be done. It's really been great. So, uh, some days you're saying, wait for us, Cindy. She's already mentioned you guys too. So we can't wait for everybody to meet back up. It'll be so much fun to have us all back together again. Um, and we'll have to find a good place for all of us to camp together. Or we're going to have separate camps and just come visiting one another. So it'll be interesting as we all get back together on the road, what it's going to be like as far as finding spots. It'll be a challenge, I'm sure. But I'm sure that we'll still find some gorgeous places to be together. And yes, looking forward to meeting everyone for sure. Trip is doing great, just camping with Mama and Pawpaw. Good, good, good. We're glad that he's happy. He looks like just a very nice young man, and I can't wait to get to know him. Kevin says that's what it's all about: community, helping each other. Very true, very true. We all have to work together because it's like being a family. When you camp together like this, you just take care of one another, and that's the beautiful thing I love about this lifestyle. Did you see Kevin Costner on the cattle drive? No, he was not there, unfortunately. That would have been great, wouldn't it? But maybe in Montana, we might catch him up there. um, it's really too hot to sightsee. Oh, I understand that. Yeah. Um, so let's see. Besides, he broke his glasses. Oh no! Before coming out, so he has no glasses and he can't see. Oh, um, so are they getting some made for him and sending them to you, or is he going to be without him all summer? That would be awful. He didn't make that one, Daryl. He was on a shoot for a new movie. Yeah, that's funny, Kevin. So he was off enjoying another moment. So, yeah, poor trip. I can't even imagine being without my glasses all the time. I can see okay, but I can't read anything without wearing my glasses anymore. So that would be very difficult. All right, who else has a moment that you've experienced that just really made you stop and take a breath and um, just settle down enough to where you enjoyed the moment? Hopefully, they'll get them out to us here in a couple of days, but we have to figure out where they need to send them. Yeah, that's uh, that's the thing, and hopefully, we're not going to have to move too far away from Ketchum because I just ordered. This is another project in the making. I had to order a gasket or a bowl seal for my toilet because the water's leaking out of it. So I ordered that from Marine Sanitation Company, and it's supposed to be here within 2 to 7 days, but I don't want to drive too far away from the post office until I can pick that up. So, it's kind of what it's like waiting on the packages, right, Bobby and Sharon? So, but that's something that I had to do. I had to have that part to fix my toilet with. I mean, it's working, but you still get that little bit of drift of smell that I'd really rather not have if I don't have to. Waiting on mail again. Yes, waiting on mail again. But we've got what 13 days left out of our 16, so hopefully my mail will be here before the end of that time, and then we can travel further north, and I won't have to worry about it. Hey, Weekend Irvine is in the house. Nice to see you. Glad you could stop in and say hello. Millie, your hair looks great. I love what you've done with it, but you're just always pretty anyway. So, um, anyway, thank you for coming in tonight. Yes, packages, packages again, packages, packages. And all of you who do RV know that from time to time, you just have to order something. And it's something that we kid a lot about because we've been stuck waiting on packages that other people have ordered or that we've ordered ourselves. You're very welcome, Melly. So it's kind of a running joke with us, about waiting on packages. So, uh, if you are full time, I'm sure that you will experience that at some point in time yourself. So, Don is saying we had a white dove walk into our camp and hung out for a while before flying off. Never seen anything like that before. That must have been incredible. Doves are absolutely beautiful, and they usually don't. You're right. They don't. They don't stay around long when there's other people there. So that's one of those special moments that I'm talking about. Um, so, who else has experienced something similar that they'd like to share? This is just all about, making you stop to think, to take time maybe and just smell the roses a little bit because life can be too complicated, too stressful. And part of why we do this life is to get away from all of that and to be out in nature and to be around this beauty. But even though you can't take advantage of it. You can't take it for granted. You have to really do something to appreciate it. Just like walking down the road the other day, some beautiful purple flowers caught my eye, and stopped to take a look at them. And it's just that little bit. Dawn had an experience walking up the road. If she wants to share that, I'll let her. Um, let's see. Millicent said once while traveling, I was at a Burger King, and outside the window on the hill was a herd of cows. Love seeing that. Absolutely. I mean, any kind of livestock or animals, horses. When I go across a pasture with horses out there, I love to see horses. So they're just beautiful. I want to order some more bras, but I don't know where they'll send them from. Sharon had a terrible time with she ordered some bras before, and um, did you ever receive those, Sharon, or did they just get lost in the mail? I think it was like all winter long she had been waiting on those silly things. Um, Donna saying, "LOL, a herd of cows outside Burger King." Yeah, that's really funny, but it kind of makes you appreciate the hamburger in front of you, doesn't it? And the cow that gave them to you. So Burger King does sound good. Oh, was it fresh? I love seeing a herd of buffalo and their calves. Oh my gosh, that blows me away every time. Absolutely, Sharon. I love seeing buffalo as well. I think that's one of the things I love about going to Yellowstone. But I've also seen them in Custer State Park. I've seen them in Texas in Cap Rock Canyon. That's a gorgeous place to go to if you haven't ever done that before. It's a beautiful place. So, yeah, just, and the elk up in Yellowstone are so numerous. You just see them all over the place. It's really amazing. And Cindy is saying, how about yesterday when we were sitting here chatting and looking up to see the antelope just standing there? Absolutely. I was sitting in my chair just having my morning coffee, and I happened to look up at just the right time. And right across the road, in a field full of sagebrush, there was a small little antelope over there, and it was pretty amazing. It had some small little horns. It was young, and it was by itself. And it went on down the road, and we lost track of it. And then further on down the road, it ran up the hill because some people started walking by. So sorry about this. Uh, anyway, let's see. And the ground squirrels. Yes, there's some ground squirrels that live around the sagebrush and there's sagebrush all around us. I don't know if you really got to see that or not. Let's see if I can turn this around. Right back there is sagebrush. It's not showing up very good. I think the sunlight is too much back there. But there's sagebrush all around us. Not kidding you one little bit. The whole field across the road is sagebrush, and all back in around us, all around this campsite is sagebrush. And there's holes everywhere where the ground squirrels are. And we saw one today popping up at the top of a sagebrush, just kind of like he was an outlook, just looking around, trying to see, scoping out the place and making sure everything was safe. So it was pretty cool. Shanna says, I was camping for the last few days and I saw quite a few deer. Love seeing deer. I never tire of seeing them. And the littlest crabs hanging out in the campground. Where were you, Shanna? That just sounds very wonderful. I love things like that. We had a campground down in Florida, and it's Manatee Springs State Park, where there's all kinds of deer, and down in the water you see all kinds of little fishes in the springs, and even some little like hermit crabs and everything crawling around, and it's pretty cool. The kids really like that. So those are the kind of things. They're just really simple, but they just give you pleasure and they make you smile, and they make you feel good. And those are the kind of things that we need to remember to take into account. Sharon is saying, while in Tennessee area at our campsite, um, I mean, coming through the campsite, that was cool as heck. It was solid black. What was it that came through the campsite? While in Tennessee area at our campsite, I mean, came running through the campsite. That was cool as heck. It was solid black. I'm not sure. Too many ticks at Banichi Springs. That's very true because there is such a big deer population there. There are a lot of ticks. And I heard that ticks were worse this year than they have been in quite a while. A mink. Oh, okay. That's really cool. We used to see those back home close to the winter time around the ponds and everything out in the country where my grandparents lived. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Edisto Island State Park. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Um, yeah, that's cool. What state? That's in Florida, right? The South is bad this year with ticks. Absolutely. It really is. But I think that they're bad up in the Midwest as well. I've heard people saying that they're having a real problem with ticks. I know I stayed at the Mark Twain Forest Campground in like central Missouri a few years back, and we had so many ticks. I couldn't even stay the full 5 days that I'd paid for. I left after 3. It was just too bad, just way too bad. So I think some areas are hit a little bit harder with them than others, and that's why. Edisto is in South Carolina. That's right. I remember that now. And I picked a big tick off of me during the same trip. Wasn't happy to see it. Yeah, ticks. That's for sure. And especially when you're by yourself and you have ticks, it can be bad. You know, if they're on your back and you can't reach them. I had one get in under my arm, in my armpit. Now, try to get that one out when you're by yourself. That was not fun at all. But I did it, and you just have to really be careful whenever you're in a tick-ridden area like that. Make sure that you're wearing socks that cover your ankles and long pants, and a cool long sleeve shirt in the summertime. But you need to keep your arms covered and most of your body covered, and then use some insect repellent as well. Just to try to stay ahead. And always wear a covering over your hair, over your head. They love to get in your head. So I always would wear a bandana or a ball cap or something to try to protect my head. Yes, absolutely. It can be rough trying to get them out of there. Um, Daryl's saying I need 3 more subs to hit 460. Help if you can. Thank you, Daryl. And everyone, please remember to hit the thumbs up if you enjoy the live feed. I would really appreciate it. So, what else do you guys have to talk about? Where's everybody else going this summer? You hear a lot about where we're going, but I don't always know where you all are going or what you're doing. So fill us in and let us know what's happening. Uh, Don, are you and Scotty got any plans in the near future? I know that you were out for a while on vacation and now you have to go back to work. But do you have any future plans for the summer? And Don says, "Oh, I had 3 butterflies land on my Bucky shirt. That was a sweet moment." Yes, it was absolutely. And I kind of think it's because of the yellow that was on the shirt. They seem to really be attracted to light colored things. Um, and they've been playing on the mats that we had out. So it's really been enjoyable to watch them. Daryl says bought propane here for $3.19. Wow, that's a little bit higher, but it's not a horrible price. It's better than $3.50 a gallon or $3.75. No, Shirley, we don't want to hear about ticks being there. That's our next stop. Well, you are further north than where I was. I was more in central Florida. There's several parts of the Mark Twain Forest throughout the state. There's like about 5 different Mark Twain National Forests. So don't get too concerned. Of course, there's ticks where you're going, but they're not as bad as where I was at. So feel a little bit better about that. And my daughter Candace is saying next week we take the kids out for their first trip in the camper, staying localish to make it easy. That's wonderful. They're going to love it. And which kids are going with you this time? I'm sure Devin and Hayden and Evan are any of the older ones going. That'll be fun. Or a challenge. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And it, at least it wasn't Shane, because my oldest grandson, Shane, hates the camp. And when he was little, and my other grandson, Richie, was in Cub Scouts, um, myself and my husband used to go out and camp with the Cub Scouts. And one time we took Shane and Noah as well, and they didn't care for being in a tent, because at the time we tent camped. But now mom and dad have an RV for them to go in, and I'm sure that they'll enjoy that much more. So just keep me informed. Let me know how it goes. Kevin says, time's a ticking. That's cute. We are eventually catching up with you. I hope that you do. The sooner the better. We're ready for it. Yesterday, we miss you guys. Let's see. What did I miss that Kevin said? Ouch, no fun. I had a horsefly bite my leg yesterday. I did not know that. There are some big horseflies out here, and they can be painful. But I think the worst are the yellow flies. They can be awful. Shanna says, I plan to go to the Mayberry meetup in October. I may go stay in some Boondockers welcome places between now and then. Let us know how that goes, because, now that Boondockers Welcome has been purchased by Harvest Host, I'm sure that eventually there'll be some changes in the system. Sorry, guys. So let us know how it goes with Boondockers Welcome. That'll be interesting to find out. Okay. So by July 1st, we will be in Stanley. July 1st. July 1st. Okay, get those wheels moving. That's all I can say.
Shirley, read what I
put. Let's see. That's more than 10 days. That's for sure. Or 14 even, by the way. Okay, so my daughter Candace is saying, then when we get home, we will be home for 2 nights, and then we head to the Keys with all 8 of us, and Shane will be working. Oh my goodness. Well, that'll be interesting to see how that sleeping arrangement goes. They do have a nice trailer, and it has a 3-bed bunkhouse in it. Uh, which is nice, and then there's a couch and a dinette. So I'm sure they'll have enough room for everybody. But it'll be interesting to see how everybody sorts themselves out, and which spot they pick. So, Kevin, we got to wait on the boy's glasses. He can't see. You do. You do need to wait on Tripp's glasses. He has to have them. But it's just a joke because, they told us initially they'd catch up to us in 10 days. So we're just kind of giving them a little bit of a hard time. But we love them anyway, and we can't wait to have them back with us. Don is saying Eastern Washington horseflies are like airplanes. They have the painful bite. Sorry. I need to turn the ringer off on my phone. Sorry, guys. Um, that was my son trying to get a hold of me. So anyway, okay. And then Don says, LOL, Bobby and Sharon, he couldn't resist. That's very true. Code 4, Don says, Bug Zapper 5,000 volts works. I actually saw we was in one of the drugstores or hardware stores that we were in today. One of those electronic fly swatters that's like a tennis racket. Almost got it, but I didn't. Candace says we rented a boat for 3 days and we are doing a dolphin encounter. That will be a lot of fun. I'm sure that the kids will really enjoy the boat. And hopefully the dolphin encounter as well. It'll be interesting to see how Devin handles that. We'll see. I hope he likes it. And Kevin is saying, LOL, Don. Yeah, yeah, those flies can be big and biting. So let's see. So you're going to the Keys. Which key are you going to? You going to Marathon, or are you going further? I'd love to go to the Keys. I've never been there yet. All that time that we've lived in Florida since 1988, and I've never gone to the Keys. That's kind of sad. That's one of those things that I need to do before I can't do these kind of things anymore. Marathon. Okay, Marathon's a nice place to go to. Um, I think that they have probably the easiest access to an RV place is a Marathon. Otherwise, it's very difficult to get a booking. So that'll be fun. You guys will enjoy it. My daughter loves the beach and anything to do with the sun, so she should have a great time. And I'm sure the kids will too. So y'all have fun and enjoy it. And let's see, we're we're just looking for mountains and trees and maybe a stream, and hopefully that we'll have something near us. I love having water nearby where we camp. We've got a stream that's across the road, but it's dry. But we think that there's one further on back in the field because there's places where there's patches of trees growing. So we think that there's water back there. Just haven't gone back to look. Still here listening as I start dinner. Okay, Becky, what's for dinner tonight? And Hannah says, I'm going to St. Pete, Florida in July, and it'll be the furthest I've ever driven by myself. Where do you live at, Hannah? St. Pete's a nice little city. You'll enjoy it. It's very beautiful there. And Candace is saying we're staying at Pelican RV Resort and Marina. We got a boat slip at our resort for the boat, so that will be very convenient. Oh, wow. That's just living high on the hog in the camping world. That'll be incredible. You'll really enjoy it. And you'll get spoiled right away. So, my daughter is a glamper. She's not a boondocker. Um, she likes the RV resort type of camping, or at least, state parks where they have hookups. But her husband, Rich, is retired military, and so he has options for fam camps and that sort of thing, and military discounts in Forest Service lands and that sort of thing, COE parks, which is great. So they'll have lots of fun. Roy and Becky, grilled pork chops and fried taters. That's one of my favorite meals. Are you fixing some gravy to go with it? Because that would just really make it my dream meal. I love fried pork chops and potatoes. Yum, says Becky. Says Shanna to Becky. That's an incredible meal. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Oh, well, I think the Ramblers were through there not that long ago. Did y'all see each other? And then there's Kim and Daryl saying hi to my daughter Candace. So, or that's probably Kim, because I think they're friends on Facebook too. So, sunscreen, lots of sunscreen, that's for sure. She's pretty good about doing that. All the kids get slathered in it, whether they like it or not. So, they'll have fun and enjoy that. But anyway, has anyone else got a special moment that they'd like to share? Just one of those moments that really made you stop and pay attention to your surroundings and some of the beauty that is given to us every day that we don't appreciate. I'm trying to think of. For me, it's waterfalls, and we just recently went to Shoshone Falls Park in Twin Falls, and even though the water level was low, it was just really beautiful. It's breathtaking just to see that larger portion where the falls always is. But I would love to be there one day when it's all flowing and just enjoy the moment, because waterfalls, to me, are just like heaven. They're heaven sent. There's tons of waterfalls in Yellowstone. That's one of the reasons I love being there, and those are times when just hearing that water just running is just so peaceful. Or just a babbly brook beside you. Those kind of things make me appreciate Mother Nature. Becky says no gravy. That's just no good. Their way my allergies are going, they're lucky I'm cooking. Yes, I noticed that you was having some difficulty during your live stream even today, so I hope that you start feeling better soon. The pollen sometimes in the summer can be really bad. Dignity statue. Good one, Dawn. That's the beautiful one. You want to say some more about Dignity statue? It is very pretty. Tell them where it is. Shirley, is there a Cracker Barrel near you? No, it's a very sad thing. We all love Cracker Barrel. And I got to eat Cracker Barrel with Kim and Daryl when they picked me up from the Boise airport. So that was pretty special. That's a moment to remember. Yes, ma'am, it was awesome. Absolutely, Hannah. And the waterfalls on the Alaska cruise are breathtaking. Very true. And then to go along with that, watching a glacier calve. That's phenomenal. That's like that's like nature at its best. And then going along with Alaska, some of you may or may not have seen on my Facebook post, I posted some pictures. My husband and I took a trip 10 years ago to Alaska, and we did the Inside Passage. And when we were in Juneau, we took a whale tour. So we went out on a boat with a bunch of other people for a whale tour, and we got to see a humpback breach, and it was just absolutely breathtaking. And you're out there and you want to see it and you want to see it and you want to see it, and you just don't know if it's going to happen at all, and then boom, all of a sudden there's this whale just breaching up out of the water, and it's an incredible moment to remember. Becky's saying, I can't take my meds. LOL. I go next Wednesday to the allergist. Oh, that's right. You have to be without your medicines for a while. By Wednesday, I'll be lucky to make it. I hope that you do make it, Becky. I know that that's bad being without your medicine. So let's see. By next Wednesday, that's still quite a ways to go. I'm so sorry. Try some Vicks and a humidifier. Maybe that'll help you a little bit. Shanna says, speaking of Cracker Barrel, thanks for the recommendation for RV Parky. It looks like a very useful app. I'm glad you like it. I like it. And I know Kevin has used it a lot before. He was even, when we were leaving Florida, traveling to Quartzsite, he was mapping the route out on RV Parky. So it's very helpful sometimes. Nomadic Rambler says Red Lodge was awesome camping right on the river. Can't wait to see that spot. Hopefully we'll get to go. That's up in Montana, correct? I know I've heard you guys talk about it numerous times. There's Dawn. The Dignity statue is a beautiful Native American statue at a rest area near Sioux Falls, right off the river. It's about 30 feet tall, I think. Yes. And the colors, they show her in like a cape, and the colors in the cape are like grays and blues and whites, and it's really gorgeous. It just really incites some emotion in you when you see that statue. If you've ever driven up there, you know what I mean. And if you haven't, when you go, try to make it a point to stop at that rest stop and see the Dignity statue. It's really quite an amazing thing. And yeah, you will enjoy it. And from that rest area, you can also see the Missouri River. So it's a really cool rest area to stop and spend some time in. So thank you, Don. I appreciate you sharing that information. You can't help stopping and staring for a while. It's very true. It's just really beautiful. So those are just some of the things that I really enjoy. Listening to the rain, if it's a light rain, I my little metal tin can here. When there's a light rain, I actually love listening to the rain on the roof. I don't particularly care for it when it's storming really bad, um, because then you just start worrying about your trailer. But a light rain is kind of relaxing for me, and I enjoy that. Uh, let's see. Sounds like a great spot to check out, Don. Yes, it is. Um, so you should go. Make a trip. You'll enjoy it. So, what's some of the other things, the other moments that give you rest and peace? Some of the things that you have done. I hope that this this topic is at least a restful topic for you guys and making you stop and appreciate some of the things that we've had or seen in life. Um, just to slow down a little bit and just to relax and be calm, um, and leave the world behind for a little while. That's the important thing. That's why a lot of us do this lifestyle, is just to be able to sit back and de-stress and kind of leave the world behind a little bit. All the craziness that's out there, we don't need it in our life, and there's so many beautiful things around to see and do, that you just have to remember that. Just try to find the beauty, try to find the moment, and that feeling, that special feeling of peace, where you're at and with what you're doing. Uh, Daryl or Kim is saying boondocking is peaceful. How is it there? It's been pretty nice for the most part. A little bit of traffic up and down the road, um, but it's very quiet at night, very peaceful, and the mornings are nice. You know, I've actually am not been getting up early like I normally do. I've been sleeping till around 8 or 8:30, believe it or not. So breakfast, breakfast with Shirley in the Red Lodge when it's snowing. Can't wait. We would love to do that again. Kevin says the statue is in Chamberlain, South Dakota, on the east side of the Missouri River. Yeah, it is gorgeous there. Absolutely gorgeous there. And then when you get into Sioux Falls, South Dakota, um, you have to go to Falls Park. Falls Park has a beautiful area of just nothing but waterfalls, and it's quite a large park, and it's gorgeous. I took my granddaughter there about 3 or 4 years ago, and we loved it. How are you two step dogs? Um, they've been driving me crazy, Daryl. Actually, especially today, when I had things to do and they wanted to be outside, and um, you know, Dee Dee slips out of her harness and she likes to run over to Dawn and expects Dawn to protect her, which she does. And that's just how they are. They want to be outside exploring, and I don't want them going very far. So, um, otherwise, they're doing great. And thank you guys so much for taking care of them while I was gone. Dawn says Dee Dee has been practicing her escaping talents. She really has over the last couple of days. I think she's jumped out of her harness more than she has in the past. So, yeah, quite a little bit. So, anyway, guys, that's about all I have for tonight. Unless somebody has a question, or if you have another experience that you'd like to share before we wind up. Special thanks to the new people that have dropped in this evening and said hello. Thank you for coming by, and I hope that you'll come back again. Hannah, and let's see, there was another one that I had not seen before. Sorry, I'm having to scroll through, and I'm sorry that I'm not remembering your name. Um, let's see if I can find you again. It's very hard with the chat as it's rolling back and forth, up and down. I sometimes have trouble keeping up with it. I always like to make sure that I have acknowledged people. And now I don't see. I'm sorry, I can't find your name again. But anyway, I do want to thank you for coming in. A special thanks to my daughter Candace, who rarely visits my live stream. But honey, I'm glad that you were here tonight, and it was nice having you. I hope you guys have fun over the weekend, and tell all the kids hello for me, and I love you all. And there's Millicent saying haha to Dawn. Yeah, Dee Dee is just an escape artist. If she gets to the end point of her runoff chain and she can't go any further and she really wants to, she just jumps out of that harness. So anyway, and Code 4, good night. Thank you for coming, Dawn. Tell Scotty hello for us, and we appreciate all his hard work feeding the masses. Hope to see you all soon. Nomadic Ramblers, thanks for being here. We always love having you. Code 4, Millicent, Dawn, and Kevin, of course, and Shanna Craft. Shannon, it's always nice to have you. Roy and Becky. If y'all haven't visited Roy and Becky's channel, please make sure and do so. They do some great videos, and I love their live streams. It's always very fun and entertaining. There's a good group of people that are on their live chat as well. The Nomadic Ramblers have their live chat tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern Time, which will be 5:30 Mountain Time. So make sure that you visit with their live chat tomorrow night. Let's see. Who else? Who else is on here that has a channel? That's all I can think of. All right, guys. So I'm going to close it out for tonight. Thanks for stopping in. Hope to see you next Thursday. We'll be in a new spot by then because we're moving tomorrow. So y'all have a good week, and we'll see you then. Bye.